Hello there and welcome to today's video. It's another Christmas themed tutorial from me today in the form of a really cute little penguin. So let's go see how I make him. So to start, I want to make just a random ball shape really for my penguin's head. And because he's going to have a white face, I've just got some white clay here, nice and flat, and I'm just going to cut that down further with my fondant cutter tool here. And to ensure that the edges are nice and clean, I'll just wipe over with my wet wipe here and add that onto his head. And again, I'll use my wet wipe if there's any, black marks on there. And with my medium-sized ball tool, I'll create a couple of eye sockets. Pop in some black clay and create some recesses for the eyeballs, which I'll pop in now. And I'll flatten those down slightly with my finger and pop in some pupils. And you can give yours some irises if you want to. I'm just sticking with pupils on this one. And I've some really lovely orange clay here for a very basic beak. And of course you can really experiment with the size and shape of your beak. And some pink cheeks because it's freezing at this time of year. It certainly is in the studio. Now for his body. I'm going to give him a white chest, so again I'm just cutting out some white clay and I'll pop that over a very basic body shape really. And again with my wet wipe I'll just go down at the sides to ensure that it's attaching well to the body. And I'll add in some craft wire and a tiny amount of liquid Fimo. And then pop on his head, like so. Just ensure that that's attached well. Now it's time for his wings, so with my blaze cutting tool I'll create a couple of very basic shapes like so. And I'm going to cut at an angle so it attaches better to his body basically, so I'll just pop that on. And another on the other side. And to ensure that they attach well, I'm going in with my wet wipe again. And yes, I use loads of wet wipes. So there we go, and I'll give his chest a clean as well. It's really difficult working with black and white polymer clay at the same time. And for his feet, I've got some very basic shapes like so. Just add on a bit of detail and pop those on. And incidentally, I do have a list of the tools that I use pretty frequently down below in description. So your penguin should look a little like this at this point. So I'm going to give him a vibrant red scarf, and I've got some glittery clay here in Fimo effects. And just ensure that it's cut to the right size. And then pull those together at the back. So I want to create some end pieces for my scarf, so I'll just go in first with my scalpel to create some detail. And for the first, I'll cut at an angle like so. And pop that over the scarf so it looks like it's going over the scarf underneath. And the other piece is a bit shorter, and I'll attach that like so it looks like it's going under the scarf. So I'm going to give my penguin a Santa hat, so I've got a cone of the red glitter clay here. And with some white clay, I'll add on some texture and just wrap that around. Just cut the end off with my scalpel really carefully and pull those together. And of course it needs a bobble, so I'll just attach one like so. And there's his Santa hats. Now, I wasn't really happy with the face shape at this point, so I thought I'd add on a tiny triangle of the black clay, and with my acrylic roller, just really try and press that in. And again with my wet wipe. And I think that's a much nicer shape actually. So I'll pop in some craft wire for the Santa hats and pop that on like so. Just a bit fiddly. So now my penguin is all done and ready to bake. And at this point you'll need to refer to your own brand of polymer clay's baking instructions. And this would be the point where, usually speaking, I would show you the end results, but because of the energy crisis and the cost of living crisis, I'm just being a bit more mindful about batch baking, so my penguin should be baked this week sometime, so hopefully I'll show you what it looks like in a future video. And I'm going to link to a couple more Christmas themed tutorials up here if you fancy some more festive themed crafts, and I've also a playlist that I'll link to below for you as well. So hope you enjoy them, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, bye bye.